Vitality Field in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Arizona Scorpions play host to the Florida Storm here in the Simulation Football League's 7th week. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrop. Rick Northrop is my analyst this evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Cameron Irvine, executive producer. These are two teams that are changed identities somewhat, but they're struggling perhaps a bit more than usual.
Right, they are, and both teams share an identity in that they are struggling to score points and win games, and both of them want to use this contest to sort of get out of first gear, relatively speaking.
The Storm have won the toss, and they will kick, so we'll see their defense on the field first.
Friend R62 will be adjudicating the proceedings. For vocabulary word.
Arizona wearing these special ultra neon uniforms because that's the color Scorpions actually emit when the room goes dark.
No way.
Ethan Sneed kicks this one away, and we're underway. And the return by Roscoe Justice is up to the 27. So we'll get our first look at Ashley Jackson.
Already a little jawing there between the special teams, Colin. Keep an eye on the chippiness factor here.
Flag 7, thank you for the Tier 1 subscription. Yeah. And Arizona steps on the field first and 10. Two tight ends to the bottom side of the formation, one receiver either side. Ashley Jackson back to throw, fires over the middle, passes complete to Tiberius Bovine. Pickup of 7 on his first catch. The veteran of nearly 12 SFL seasons. One of a handful of people that come along when the team was sold to Eddie Gage and moved west. Jackson under center has DJ Moses. Lauren Horrell is the fullback.
Oh!
And Moses gets stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain by number 99, Frank Champion. We'll go through the rest of the lineups in a moment. 3rd down and 4 for Arizona. From their own 33-yard line, just underway here in the first quarter. From the gun is Jackson with 3 wide receivers. Justice in the slot. Back to throw goes Jackson. Flies this one deep. Oh! It was almost caught by Roscoe Justice, but knocked away at the last minute by number 36, Andrew Francis, the strong safety. Punt upcoming for Arizona. So, Scorpions go 3 plays and a punt.
Yeah, that was an interesting defensive alignment, too, on that by the Storm, Colin, as they put everybody on the line and then showed blitz, but backed out into strong coverage and able to break up that medium pass attempt there.
Mike Windu. To punt away, and the return set up. No, they'll call the fair catch at their own 33. Robert Merrill on the return duties, and we'll get our first look at Ron Cochran in this Florida Storm offense. J.W. Doyle at fullback, Stephen Bush at wide receiver, Robert Merrill also at number 88, Optimus Klein, and the tight end is E.J. Mixon, and they have the halfback Connor Weston, number 40 at tailback. They get a bunch formation. They'll throw it out to Weston, and Weston spins ahead and picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, it looks like he had a ton of room to run there, and I'm not sure what happened. He's kind of ran into his blocker there a little bit, but it's rare to see that sort of quick swing pass with so much real estate, Colin, and they just couldn't execute it after the catch.
We'll set the Arizona defense after this play.
We'll look for that play again where they ran the 3 bunch.
And they go deeper, drop over the middle, complete to the tight end, No, that's Merrill, the punt returner, and he will make it a 3rd down and 1 situation. So for Arizona across the front, they have D.D. Sachs and Mark Mello are the defensive ends. Defensive tackles are Chad Tackle, the 2nd-round pick Alex Constantine. As Cochran's back to throw, fires this out, and it's complete to the tight end Mixon, who's tackled by Joey Tropicana. He's the outside linebacker. B.J. Loveless is the inside linebacker, number 54. Mike St. Green is also a role player on there. Defensive backs, Tanner Hendricks, number 20. Manikanaka, number 24. Parker Thomas, number 42. And the safeties are Kanye Rockefeller and Eddie Gage. Back to the throw, out to Weston again. And he picks up 2.
Still can't break that free. It looks like it should be there. Let's go back to that 3rd and 1 column where shows you the confidence that they have in Cochran, and they run a simple square out where you'd normally think, this is going to be a sneak or a handoff to pick up the 1st down, but they're comfortable with Cochran throwing on any down and any distance.
And they're back to throw again. Over the middle they go. Pass is complete for about a 7-yard pickup. That is Stephen Bush. Offensive coordinator for Florida Storm is James Richards. He came to the team prior to their Week 2 contest. Richards has some history with Max Paul, the owner of the Florida Storm. They worked together previously before Richards went off and owned the Indianapolis Red Devils / Spitfire. And now he's back in the offensive role for the Storm as the throw down the middle is complete on 3rd and 2 to the 20-yard line. That's Optimus Klein.
And Richards making me look like a savant there as he again throws on 3rd and short. And that's, to develop that a little bit more, that is really going to stress out the Scorpion defense, knowing that they're comfortable unleashing Cochran on any down and distance. So we'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses.
Now they go 2 wide receivers from the top one to the bottom. Here's the throw again. And the throw is at the, I believe that's Mixon, the tight end, his 2nd catch on the drive. He'll pick up 2 and lose 2nd and 8. Arizona, their owner Eddie Gage, he came from Houston, so he brought some of his Hyena teammates with him. Loveless, Tackle, among others, with them to this organization. Here's the throw on the hitch route. It is caught.
Yep, and good step-up defense there as they catch him just short of the line to gain for the 1st down. A little technical delay on our end here. There it is.
3rd down pass was intended for Stephen Bush. Knocked away, and we'll get our first look at the 3rd round draft pick, Ethan Sneed, place kicker, number 1. Punter is number 2, Marcus Agrippa. He was a 2nd round pick, pick 34. Cap Rooney to hold. Ball will be spotted just past the 20-yard line. According to the Jacksonville Kings analytics department, the over-under for this game is 38.5. And the field goal from 30 yards is good, so the Storm get their first points and go up 3-0 on the field goal by Ethan Sneed.
Well, as we talked about, both teams have struggled in various phases of the game, and scoring points obviously is important, and the Storm's going to feel real good about that. The Rick meter is still on in neutral, but it's twitching over toward the Storm. We'll see what Arizona does on this possession before we update that.
And Justice returns it from his 3, makes a juke move, and gets up to the 28. So let's go through Arizona's offense.
Yes.
Ashley Jackson, the quarterback, number 9. The tailback is number 25, DJ Moses, the 2nd. Lauren Harrell is the fullback, number 28. Receivers are Donnie Hands, number 11. James Hands, number 12. Roscoe Justice, number 19. And the tight ends are TJ Punk, number 80, and number 89, Tiberius Belvine. We'll get to the Storm defense in a moment. Here's the give on a dive play up the middle of Moses, and it picks up 9 yards. Tackle made on that play by Jeff Malinish. Handoff up the middle for Moses. He'll get the 3rd and inches. Ball is on the Scorpion 37. It's about a length of a football to a first down. Jackson turns, gives to Moses on the stretch, breaks the tackle, gets outside, and gets the first down.
I want to welcome everybody into the chat. A strong chat game is appreciated by us and everybody else in the chat, so bring it. And appreciate a few kind comments, Colin, towards your broadcast crew. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Moses gets another carry, and he will lose about 4. There's big, sexy number 69, Alex Dominguez.
We're just here to help and hope you enjoy the game.
He's the defensive end, number 69, Dominguez. His mate is Alessandro Tomello, the first-round pick, number 15. The linebackers are Nicholas Warner, number 44, Frank Champion, number 99. We'll get to the DBs in a moment. Jackson pop flies this one. It's Donnie Hands falling out of bounds with the catch at his own 45.
So, 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. So important down right here. And, once again, we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Be back in a second. See on the line. There we go.
Tiberius Bovine ended up getting the reception on a little post cut. Tackle made by both Malinishin and Evan Carroll. So they have 2 strong safeties. Ryan Tobin is the free safety. And the 2 corners are Ryan Davidson, number 27, and Evan Carroll, number 29. So that's all the lineups. Jackson's back to throw. Ducks out of 1 sack. Fires down the field. Oh, what a catch. Down to the 19. Donnie Hands, his 2nd catch. He now has 25 yards.
All right, Colin. There are 2 fabulous plays in a row by Ashley Jackson. That throw on 3rd and long was right where it needed to be. And then this one, she avoids the pressure and is able to deliver a ball that is able to be caught. As you know who elevates. Am I right?
And Jackson will line up under center, bunch to the bottom.
And we apologize. We're having some issues between here and you guys. There it is.
Jackson under center turns, gives to Moses on a 2nd and 1.
Nice.
Runs over 2 tackles and scores. Touchdown, Arizona. Broke 1 tackle right there. Ryan Davidson had no chance. And
you know what else he broke, Colin? The plane. He broke the plane.
Bryant Dynasty is the kicker they signed midseason week 5. He used to try the extra point attempt. And Kanye Rockefeller's got to be happy about that. First time offensive play caller for the Scorpion squad. Spent some time with Chicago and Tulsa previously for linking up with the Hall of Famer. Eddie Gage. Ryan Dynasty kicked this one deep. Robert Merrill back to receive. Kick is at the 10. And Merrill breaks the tackle and returns it up to his own 30.
There's a Ted Stryker reference in the chat. For those of you who remember, he had to overcome a drinking problem to save the lives of passengers and crew. Become an aviation hero.
Cochran will line up in the gun this time. 4 wide receivers. Haven't seen J.W. Doyle yet at all this game. Cochran's for another pass, complete.
Ow!
Sideline and stepping out of bounds at his own 44 is Stephen Bush.
Appreciate the spin move. Fortunately, he just got a 1 foot out of bounds, or he was going to be there for extra yardage.
No defender was in the area.
Yeah, after the one he juked with the spin. El Spin-matic.
Under center is Cochran. Back to throw for another pass. Fires it out to the sideline. And it is caught by Robert Merrill.
Some progress, but not much progress being made there. For all of our Canadian friends, progress is something also known as a donut run to Timmy's.
2nd and 4, ball right at the 50. Cochran for another pass. Deep down the field, intercepted. Intercepted by number 20, Tanner Hendricks, who serves as his team's general manager. Off the field, he snagged that puppy out of the air. Pass intended for Klein. And Florida's only thrown 5 touchdown passes on the year coming into this game. I'll have to wait a while for number 6. Here's Moses on the carry, and Moses will pick up 6 yards to 30. So we wind under a minute to go in this first quarter. There's Frank Champion, formerly of the Vancouver Legion. Second season here with the Storm as Moses will. Oh, they didn't give him the first down. I thought the ball stretched over the plane to break the line to gain. But
It's a plane, boss. It's a plane. Appeared to be broken. Maybe a challenge? Why not? First half, you don't need your timeouts anyway. If you're wrong. No.
3rd down and inches. Jackson under center. Throw backfield. Get to Moses. Falling Horrell's block will easily pick up the first down. And that'll most likely be the last play of the quarter.
Wow, Moses coming down from the mountain there just makes it look easy.
Get a look at it again. Just a simple inside handoff. Couple of blocks. Took 2 guys to bring him down. Snap. That's the end of first quarter. Arizona in front of Florida. 7-3. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch. Jackson swaggers up under center. She's got 2 receivers to the bottom. Offset backfield to the left. Quick pass. She'll go to the 2 receiver side. Donning hands again with the reception. Picks up 7 yards on first down. And Rick, we hear this all the time from Joel Klatt. Stay on schedule.
Stay on schedule, exactly. Hey, we can recap that first quarter. Scoring on behalf of both teams and a turnover, and fairly entertaining, I think, for the fans right now. Am I right? Am I right?
You are right. 2 tight ends to the same side. Quick drop from Jackson. Tried to throw the outcut to James' hands, but
who was running a different route.
She thought he was going a little more inside, just a little bit of miscommunication.
So I got their wires crossed. Does anybody remember wires?
3rd down and 3. 4 Arizona. 3 wide receivers. 2 to the top. 1 to the bottom. Jackson turns, gives to Moses. Oh, he's tackled after a 1-yard pickup by a very popular individual around here. Number 44, Nicholas Warner. Former strong safety, moved to outside linebacker. Was with actually Denver this past. Big free agent pickup for Florida.
Well, after allowing that big first down gain with bring up second and short. Storm defense stiffens and forces a punt, Colin.
Pardon me, as the return gets up to the 19-yard line and no further than Merrill. Take over 1st and 10. Florida has yet to attempt a running play with either Weston or their halfback. And paid money. A lot of money for J.W. Doyle.
Time to tote the rock, young man.
Here's Joey Tropicana taking over for the reigning defensive Rookie of the Year, DeAndre Washington. He's done a great job as Cochran for another pass to the sideline. 1st down. Optimus Klein.
There's Mr. Klein. Yeah, and it's all air raid here right now.
And Eddie Gage challenging whether Klein actually caught the ball in bounds. I think you need 2 feet. Sometimes it's 1.
Sometimes you need 2 scoops. Nothing.
That's a pretty good one.
Thanks for the mailing it in compliment. Ooh, sure if he stepped and drug or stepped and stepped out.
The reactions will tell us what we need to know, and looks like Mr. Gage is going to win that challenge.
Well, not the best of field starting positions for your Storm, and tough sledding here suddenly.
Now they go bunch. Weston is the single back. And then another pass.
Ooh.
To the sideline, incomplete. Knocked away
By Mark
by
Myers.
by Mike St.
Oh, yeah,
Green.
sorry. Wrong one. Yeah, just a little like, get that out of here. What are you doing? Am I right? Well, now.
Now we have a 3rd and 10.
Mr. Cochran.
Empty backfield, so they're definitely going to throw. He throws. It was hit as he threw. That was D.D. Sachs.
Not sure about that one, Colin. That was a short drop, a quick hitter, probably in a cross or a quick out, and you got to still pick up. I mean, they're going to catch it 2 or 3 yards downfield, and you're still have to pick up 16, 17 yards on foot.
Very, very different.
Yeah.
Agrippa on for another punt. Rushes on, gets it away, and it's a high kick. sending the returner all the way back to about his own 35 and bring it up to 39. That was just.
Well, no panic on part of the punter there. Colin, as you noted, the rush was on. He still calmly delivers quite the boot. Even with that, they've got a good starting position here.
Ashley Jackson, 2 tight ends to the same side. Throw over the middle. Oh, Tiberius Bovine. No, yes, it was Bovine.
It looked like it went right through the hands of a linebacker there on its way to Bovine. Am I seeing that right? I guess we're not going to get another look at it.
I guess, yes. That's what it looked like to me. Pickup of 7. 2nd and 2.
Should have go 2.
Jackson turns, gives to James Hands, spins away, breaks a tackle, broke another one, and here comes the hurry up. Here's the kid to Moses, up the middle, spins his way through traffic, spin moving, down he goes after about 7.
He's like the magic man there. He just kind of jukes and spins and picks his way through traffic.
Now here's a wide play, and he lost 2 yards. Third.
Went backwards on that one. On average, he's doing great.
Jackson throws. Oh! Interrupted, and it's intercepted by the Storm.
The deadly tip bobble ball.
Oh, boy. Nicholas Warner grabbed that one out of the air, and the former safety has himself an interception. Frank Champion knocked Laura Horrell into the next county.
Indeed. Now let's see if they've got any hurry up in them, or they're just going to play it safe. And
now we have split backs. Here's the J.W. Doyle, the fullback, on the field for the first time. Up the middle. And the first run of the day for the Florida Storm nets them a pickup of about 11.
I need to call a TO. I guess they're just going to be content to let this thing run out.
No, it's still the second quarter. There's 8 minutes left. I don't know. I don't know where my colleague is getting his sense of time.
What was I thinking?
Apparently, you weren't thinking at all.
It is me. Thank you very much. Gotta put my
split
readers
backs
on.
again. Cochran to throw. Over the middle, diving reception. Made on the play by Stephen Bush.
Appreciate my partners letting me go on for that. That's going to show up in my employee evaluation with my manager as soon as I get an annual review sometime. Hello. What's the number for HR, by the way?
Stephen Bush on the reception. According to our statistician, Mark Melville, that pickup of 11 yards on the carry by Doyle. Mixon is in. Weston offset to the left side. Cochran back to throw once again. Fires it out to Mixon, and it is caught for a 2-yard pickup, second. There's Cochran's numbers. He's approaching 100, but that interception taking down the rating just a little bit. Cochran back to throw. Out to Weston with a spinning catch, his third of the day, and he picks up yardage to the 33, sets up a 3rd and 3.
Nifty play is he's got to spin around to grab that, makes a one-hander, and still keeps his momentum going downfield. Gotta love that.
We have a 3rd and 3. Doyle in the backfield with Connor Weston.
And the Scorpions got to be getting a little nervous here, Colin.
Press coverage from Arizona. Throw over the middle, slant, caught. Oh, and we're going to get a late flag as Kanye Rockefeller came flying it over the top. A little too eager.
Late hit or a hold, maybe? We'll see.
Yep, it's going to be a late hit on Kanye Rockefeller. He was touched down by Eddie Gage. And he must not have thought he was down because he came flying over the top late. There it is.
I could see that. I mean, you're going full speed and it gets touchdown, and now you got to try and put the brakes on. I don't know. But it's an illegal play, ruled an illegal play.
3 wide receivers. Merrill in the slot. He's 5'11". Cochran back to throw. Down he goes.
No.
Mark Mello, the defensive end.
Wow.
Number 3 overall selection in a very deep and very productive rookie draft class across the Simulation Football League.
He just gets a step on his man and wheels around the outside. Gets leverage, and didn't have much of a chance.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 16. Now they put Doyle in the game at fullback. They're going to pass. Down the field, intercepted. No. Intercepted. That is Manikanaka. He returns it to the 8-yard line.
Wow. 3 picks already in this game.
It looks like the prop bet, the starting line was 4.5. If you take the over, you're going to be raking in the dough.
What was the over-under set at?
4.5.
No, that's the who's giving the 4.5?
No, just for total turnovers in the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got it.
G.J. Moses, 12 carries, 47 yards, and a 10-yard touchdown.
And the Rick meter is disappointed because it was getting ready to swing to the Storm with an interception and then marching down the field and getting points, assuming it was a touchdown. But now the Rick meter's still at neutral.
We should get to Moses again on 2nd down. They pick up 1 yard, and there's just hurry up. They're going to try to go back to this well again, but so far it's not coming up. Coming up roses for Arizona.
See what happens here, then.
And the throw knocked away by Frank Champion, pass intended for Roscoe.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if the Storm had the right personnel package on the field, and on that play, Arizona might have caught them, but Champion's a stud.
And Florida's going to get really good field position.
Yeah, first of all, they got to execute a dicey punt from their own end zone.
4:53 to go in the 2nd. And that was nearly blocked. Merrill returns this up to the Scorpion 43.
This is basically where he caught it. Probably won't get any credit for return yardage on that one, but 4:44 to go. Rick Meter's going to start thinking about it again. Let's see if Cochran and the boys can produce something here. Or will Arizona come up big again?
Cochran under center, quick drop. Throws, St. Clyde had a man open on the skinny post to the 22-yard line. That's Stephen Bush's 5th reception on 6 targets.
I think that's about the 3rd time, Colin, that the Storms burned Arizona on that exact same route. Every time coming from the wideout on the right side of the formation as well.
1st and 10 at the 22. There's Manikanaka. Ron Cochran back to throw, steps up, ducks. Oh, he just barely got that one away. Mark Mello almost had a hit.
Yeah, there was a good rush there again. And Arizona's starting to figure out a little bit maybe some of the pass blocking schemes that the Storm are throwing at them. And that brings up 2nd and 10.
Now here's something we haven't seen before, an empty shotgun look with 4 wide receivers and the tight end. Cochran out route to the top of the field is complete to the 15. That's a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 4. In the Arizona 15, clock stops with 4:11 to go before halftime. Storm down by 4, take the lead with the touchdown. They come out in the I formation, 2 receivers to the top. Bush and Klein. Cochran to throw. Runs around, has all day, fires back across the middle of the field, and will be caught for first down, and Cochran's near 150 in spite of those 2 interceptions.
Now that is not the play design, and that was look janky. That's why it looked janky for a reason. But Cochran ends up drifting over to his left, throws back to his right to a receiver who's drifting from the left to the right, and they pick up the first down. Colin, impressive.
I formation again, tight end flexed out as third wide receiver. Cochran again has to run around waiting for someone and dumps it over the middle to no one in particular.
Trust us, it worked last time. Let me just run left and drop it over to my right, see what happens.
Bass intended for, I think that was Mixon, or it might have been Jose Galliano. Second and goal. Split shotgun, both backs in this time, one receiver to either side. Arizona playing off toward the goal line. Cochran out route in front of the goal line, down to the 3. Complete to Optimus Klein. Clock winding under 3 minutes to go. This is prime J.W. Doyle territory, but they decided to give it to him here. Well, Arizona's crowd the box. Cochran will throw. Has pressure coming. Oh! Almost threw the interception right to B.J. Loveless.
Wow.
And Ethan Snead on for another field goal attempt. On the left hash. The kick is up and it is good from 19 yards. Arizona's now cut it to a 1-point game.
Oh, wow. Well, the Rick meter is not sure what to do right here. It's still at neutral.
The Rick meter is all confused.
The Rick meter so wants to start indicating something here, but it's kind of back and forth. Yeah, Arizona's got the lead. The Storm have put a couple of drives together, but they've only gotten field goals out of them. So we're staying at neutral, folks.
Here's Roscoe Justice on the return to the 24.
Some of you had inquired about the Rick Meters power plant, which is a salvaged U-boat Krupp diesel motor that is probably going to need an overhaul after this season because we've been trying to patch it together the last few games, but it's operating fine tonight. Thank you very much.
As Ashley Jackson back to throw. Down the field she goes. Oh, one-handed. O-line was open behind the defense. And Andy Hamilton with perhaps a good point. Are we too close to the equator and to get it functioning properly?
Function properly. Yeah, especially as we are also approaching the vernal equinox. There's something for everybody to look up. We weren't paying attention in high school physics or science class. That could be true. No, that's why we go with the
Jackson, then step drop, fires down the field, it's intercepted. All right. The St. Louis co-owner Dwayne Schindler says, explain what the U-boat is. Rick, for some of the youngin' people.
The youngin' people, yeah.
As the interception was pulled down by, I believe, Ryan Tobin.
Well, people may or may not be familiar with the fact that the Germans sort of perfected or had pushed submarine technology a couple of times, and Krupp, uh, the Krupp Company, or UPP, built most of the diesel motors for those U-boats, Unterseeboot. That's why they call them a U-boat. You can see a great example of one at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, by the way.
Stephen Bush made that catch, but Eddie Gage is going to use his second challenge once again. Remember, if he wins one, he gets a bonus challenge.
Ooh, a bonus. All right. Mr.
That-
Two Scoops. He go 3 scoops now.
That's Ryan Davidson, actually. Correction from the interception from earlier.
Oh, there we go. Gonna give that to him. So anyway, the U-boat, the diesel motor that the Rick meter uses is a salvaged U-boat diesel built by Krupp.
And Eddie Gage wins again. He's 2 for 2. He's 2 for 2. Oh my goodness. And you have Ethan Sneed, Ryan Davidson, and others in the chat to be like, what? I'm sure he was in.
Hey, more submarine talk. The talent here next to me in the booth is motioning me to stop talking. So
As Merrill catches that flat pass and Manakanaka makes the tackle, his third on the game.
Mekaleka Hi, Meka Johnny Ho. Who is that?
Manakanaka.
There we go. Thank you. So we got to have.
We reached the 2-minute warning here in Arizona. Storm had the ball down by 1 point, 7-6. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV.
We've already had several pop culture references. Airplane, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
3rd and 2. Cochran under center. Will he go to Dawn? No, he'll go to the tight end. It's complete for a first down to the 25.
I think Cochran and the tight end recognized some imbalance in the coverage there, and they take advantage of it.
No, that was Bush, the second receiver lined up in the slot.
That was Bush. No stopping Bush.
You know, eSanity21 says this is offense good until we get to the red zone.
Right.
There's also another name for it. It's called the Tampa Bay Vipers.
That's XFL reference, another current pop culture or a pop culture reference. So,
and the throw by Cochran is complete toward the sideline, 9-yard pickup. Clock running, 1:45 and counting. That now that time is mixed.
Well, my money's on the Storm figuring out their next red zone possession.
For those of you wondering where the Florida Storm are located in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. See, come for the football, get a geography lesson.
There you go. I guess you call it the eye of the hurricane.
Here's a flat pass, and that was nearly jumped by Joey Tropicana. He read that like a book.
And why not, Colin? That's the third throw to the flat or the left side of the formation. Short passing play over there. They got to quit going to the well on that one so much.
3rd down and 1. Prime J.W. Doyle territory is only the one carry for Doyle. This is prime territory to use him here. And they will.
Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, they went to sweep instead of up the middle, and they end up getting stopped at the line of scrimmage.
There's some situational awareness that needs to happen with that boy because he had the opportunity to cut back to his left. All he needed was a yard.
And it looks like they lined up to go for it, but this might just be a staring contest. Sometimes the defense blinks.
We've seen that once or twice.
And the defense actually moved! So the result won't matter. They'll pick up the first down.
Knock me over with a feather on that one.
The commentator's curse is real, people.
They just couldn't hold their water. I feel bad for Scorpions. They were in process of forcing a field goal again.
That's D.D. Sachs. Off-season free agent pickup previously. 2 years spent with the San Francisco Sharks, the guilty party. Stephen Bush, 107 yards on 8 receptions, 9 targets. Can Florida turn this into 7 points? Cochran, the throw, end zone, knocked away.
He's lucky that wasn't put.
And Eddie Gage almost had that one for himself.
Appears to may have hit Gage in the breastplate there.
43 seconds. All 3 timeouts remaining for Florida. Ball's on the Arizona 12.
Or the now mandatory face protector.
Bunch to the top west in the single back. Line to the right side. Cochran, end zone! Intercepted! Oh my goodness! Manikanaka.
There's your guy. Excellent play. It's a good read in that.
Oh man.
Cochran was hunting the back of the end zone, but clearly well covered. And nobody but a Scorpion was going to catch any ball thrown in that area. So hats off to the Scorpions. Scorpion D, the Rick meter, is twitching up a storm, but still on neutral.
Here's Jackson, throws. He got James' hands, but she let him out of bounds. If she had let him more inside, he probably could have kept going a long way. There was nobody behind.
Exactly. Well, they'll take it, though, for a first down.
Life is what Stream says. We are all Jameis Winston on this blessed day. You know, these kind of games can be entertaining too, believe it or not.
No, I think this one's incredibly entertaining.
As Moses catches that one out of the backfield.
Oh!
A couple spins and a juke, and he got down close to 10 yards. Arizona didn't call a timeout. They're running hurry up. Some oddball.
Are they holding on to their timeouts? They're waiting till it gets under 10 seconds.
Jackson throws to Roscoe Justice. And now we'll probably see timeout used. No.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh, no. Time expires. That cut is intercepted. Intercepted in that time.
That's
Ryan Davidson is second.
Of course, my unofficial tally is 6 in the first half, Colin. We got to be looking at some kind of record.
If they had the live betting thing going on, I bet the number would have expanded. Anyway, they had a score of 7-6. Arizona in front of Florida here in the first.
That's 6. That's 7. I don't know. I'll have to look at our stat sheet.
As we get a look at our numbers from the first half, and yep, 6 turnovers. You were right.
Yeah. Look at the TOP for the Storm. Oh my gosh. 6 turnovers.
Three for each side. Florida clearly with the more yardage.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Arizona with the more rushing total.
Such an unequal time of possession and still equal, relatively speaking, on the scoreboard, Colin.
Oh my goodness.
So many.
31-17, I believe, for Florida. TOP.
Right, versus 9 and change. It's amazing. Again, Florida's got to be like, Florida fans are like, we can go up and down the field and maybe kick a field goal. It's either a field goal or a pick in the red zone.
There's one of the interceptions, Nicholas Warner. Lee Manikanaka has 2. Mark Mello with 1 sack in the first half. And for Ron Cochran, 205 yards, 3 interceptions. Axel Jackson, $124, 3 interceptions. see the highlights continue to roll across the screen. It's just amazing. We've called quite a number of one-sided affairs where one team takes control. Or even the games that's been close. It's been sort of odd occurrences in terms of one offense showing up and the other sort of having an off day. Bryant Dynasty to kick off for Arizona. And the return by Merrill across the 20 to the 30, broke a tackle and got out to the 32. It can just depend. For James Richards, you probably need to get J.W. Doyle the football. They start having him on the field this play. 3 wide receivers. Cochran up under center. And a handoff to Doyle, and they'll give him about a yard. He had 12 yards rushing on a couple of attempts. Meanwhile, the boys of the Jacksonville Kings analytic department is going to be like, ugh. The over-under is probably going to hit the under, but stay tuned, folks. A lot can change in a hurry. Cochran's back to throw. Steps up. Threw before he got on the line and skipped. Jump a can and knock that away.
Now remember, people, it's the arm and the release point, not necessarily the feet.
Trying to be Patrick Mahomes there, but there's only one Patrick Mahomes, and the rest of us are just mere mortals.
Trying to make something out of nothing. Brings up 3rd and long, Colin. This is behind schedule, as you like to point out.
Got 5 wide receivers. Cochran will run into a sack. Mark Mello picks up his 2nd sack. We start the second half of play with a 3 and out and a punt.
Yeah, Mello, he's engaged, but he kind of manages to sort of stay where he's supposed to be. Stays in his lane and keeps driving his blocker back the end, and ends up finding himself a quarterback.
High snap. Protection's good. And this is a high kick over almost 4.5 seconds in the air as Roscoe Justice gets knocked down at the 32. Well, if you're Kanye Rockefeller, you have the same quandary. You can't stop throwing the ball, but Ashley Jackson has to quit throwing it to the other team.
Indeed.
She's under center. Turns, gives to DJ Moses. And Moses rumbles ahead for 6 yards. 3.7 yards to carry for DJ.
Yeah, they've had generally strong success with Moses coming up the middle like that. And see if Arizona sticks with that as part of their strong feature of plays here.
One receiver at his side. Moses deep back. Get the stretch call. Break a tackle. Almost break a second one and get to his own 49.
Yeah, I think if Arizona is looking to see how they might be able to take control of this game, it looks like it's going to flow through Moses with some timely pass plays mixed in. I think both quarterbacks are struggling with their targets and their reading of the defenses.
Over the middle. Donnie Hands had it, but it was separated from him at the last moment, incomplete.
That would have been a very difficult catch with 3 Storm defenders right on him.
There's Nicholas Warner. He's 6'3", 245. He's still pretty healthy size for a backer.
Playing him tight.
Blitz shotgun look. Jackson back to throw. Fires down the middle. Caught. First down to the 32 to James Hands.
There's a surprising graphic. 144 yards. Quiet 144 for Ashley Jackson.
Second catch for 39 yards.
Man, shake my head. She's good. She can lay that right in there.
Jack Hall says, give it to Moses. This is the time leading up to Passovers. His powers are maxed right now. And he gets the carry and he picks up one.
We're in the series of plagues right now as he's building his power. Another reference.
2nd and 9 from 30. Bunch receivers to the bottom. They got 4 wide. Bovine by himself to the top of the screen. Could be a matchup problem. No, they get to Moses, and he gets stopped on the line of scrimmage by Frank Champion. I'm an effing problem, Mark, a.k.a. Mark Chisholm, owner of the Atlanta Swarm in the chat. How you doing, sir? Glad you could join us. 3rd down and 9 for Arizona. Jackson in the gun. She's back to throw, steps, throws. It's complete for a first down to Bovine. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And Eddie was like before the play, please be smart with the football, actually, please and thank you. And she was that time. On that throw to Bovine. 1st and goal from the 8.
Here we go. Here's where it gets interesting for both teams.
Beth Horrell. Laura Horrell in at fullback. She leads the way for Moses. And Moses almost scored. He picked up 7, but he stopped at the 1 by Ryan Tobin. It will be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Like you say, Colin, Laura Horrell leading the way, helping to almost put him in the end zone. Let's see if they've got a roll on this play.
Here's to get to Moses, and he's in for the touchdown. And the Scorpions scored the first offense, or the second offensive touchdown of the game. I forgot they already scored one.
They first and their second touchdown of the game. Well, I'm waiting for the chat to point out that that may have put the game out of reach for the Storm.
This is Brian Dynasty to try a second extra point. His holder is Tyron Stark. Snap, spot, kick is good.
That makes it 14-6. We were joking about scoring and difficulty of scoring. Yours truly attended the infamous Michigan at Northwestern college football contest known as the Moon Game, because M was 0, Northwestern was 0, and so it was M0, 0N for most of the game. I think Michigan ended up winning like 7-6 or something. Crazy game, that one.
Crazy indeed. I remember you telling me each time each of these teams got into field goal range.
Right.
You're like, kick it.
The fans would scream, kick it, just kick it. You'll win the game. One field goal will win this game. It ended up being a touchdown and 2 field goals. Scored in the last 10 minutes. That was it.
Here is a 2-yard gain up the middle. It'll be 2nd and 8, ball on the 31. Cochran, 205 yards, but those 3 interceptions bringing down the rating quite a bit. He's under center, 2nd and 8. He's back to throw.
Uh-oh.
I had a clean pocket, but I ran out again. Mark Mello is third sack.
Well, Cochran and his teammates are going to need to obviously pick up their game. That's not the way to do it.
3rd and 11 for Florida. High snap, and Ron is going to throw a post pattern. Incomplete, knocked away. That was Kanaka.
Right idea. Not sure if that was delivered a little late or just never got. They had this. He had the separation, but needed to be right there. Oh, look at that! Actually, you know what? Hey, credit where credit's due. Excellent play by the DB, Colin.
And Agrippa out for another punt. Clock stopped at 5 minutes to go.
Well, the Storm defense is going to be tightening up their chin straps when they come out here because the Storm definitely needs a stop.
And another good punt, and Justice gets wrangled down at his .5.
Justice was served. Nowhere to go.
The Florida defense is quite adept at scoring touchdowns. They have quite a few pick sixes on their resume. Certainly be useful here in this situation. Jackson under center. Throws over the middle. Bovine with the catch, and he'll pick up 9. Jackson now up to $175 passing.
It'll be interesting to see the mix of Bovine and Moses here on this drive.
There's Bovine.
There's Bovine.
Here's Moses under center, takes it on the trap, and
He's sacked. Not sacked. He's stood up before the line of scrimmage, Colin.
It'll be 3rd and 1 still. As for some reason, I keep getting poked in the side by someone. I don't know who.
Oh.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
Hearing a lot of as in here. Just saying.
Jackson. Turn gets to Moses.
Oh!
He'll actually go backwards. He lost a yard. Frank Champion with a big hit. And the Florida defense continues to hold serve. Just getting their offense.
They do their job here after giving up that touchdown previous possession to your Arizona Scorpions. Let's see if Cochran and the offense have any adjustments when they come out with this possession, Colin.
Merrill returns this one up to 34. 3:17 left in the third. Still 14-6. And can the offense get into the end zone? $64,000 question.
Exactly. Technically a one-score game, but that score's got to be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
You know, they penetrated into the red zone. Cochran threw a red zone pick in the end zone last time. He goes deep. Oh, one-handed catch to the Arizona 44. Stephen Bush. The offense, that might provide a little spark.
I was just going to say, that's the kind of individual effort that can get a team fired up. Let's see how they respond. Look at that. He's like, you know what? We got to start doing stuff here. He reaches out and one-hands that Bad boy.
Update from Tulsa.
Yes.
They're in front of the Denver Night Wings, the defending league champions, by a score of 12-10.
12-10. No doubt.
Cochran out of bounds. It'll be about a 8-yard pickup. 6th reception for Optimus Klein on 8 targets. He's been efficient.
6 of 8, you say?
Actually, Denver's in front 12, not Tulsa. My apologies.
Well, Denver, the service dog, is happy to hear that.
I formation. Cochran to throw on 2nd and 2. Oh, that was kind of a goofy looking play. That was batted, it looked like.
And caught by.
And caught by Connor Weston, but he actually lost a yard.
But he's still able. Yeah, probably should have just let that hit the turf. But, when you're an athlete, your reactions just take over. It's hard not to catch a ball.
3rd and 3, and they're going to line up in the shotgun. Cochran over the middle, and a slant cut is good for a first down. That's Stephen Bush again, his 2nd catch on this drive.
Stephen Bush and Optimus Klein, both important players and factors on this drive, Colin.
According to Cameron Irvine, that throw was knocked down into the hands of the running back. One of the linemen got a big old paw up there and swatted it into the hands of West. Cochran, slant cut again, first down to the 15.
Nice play design as they had 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right, and they actually sent the running back into the pattern as well. And I think the Scorpion defense was caught a little off guard and hesitated for a moment, and that allowed there were actually several players open, receivers open on that play, Colin. So another red zone.
1st and 10 and 15. Doyle in the block. Oh! Mixon, intended receiver, knocked away.
Wow, the red scare.
2nd and 10. Clock stops at 59 seconds. Split backs. Could be seen carry from Doyle here.
Tight man-to-man coverage with 2 over. See what happens.
And what a forced sack is Chad Tackle. The defensive tackle brings him down. It'll be 3rd and 13 as clock winds under 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's just like a head scratcher from an offensive, play design. They're playing tight man-to-man, and it's just a 3-step drop with a quick hitter, and you're not going to get a quick hitter when they're crowding the line on the defense.
And they pick up the first down on 3rd and long. Stephen Bush again. He's been clutch all of this drive.
Hallelujah. There's a first down in the red zone. Fresh set of downs. Nice job.
Now let's see what they call down here close to the goal line.
One thing Cochran knows this, the veteran that he is, but can't take a sack here.
Weston in the backfield. Play action. Stepped and floated, touchdown. Storm. That was E.J. Mixon.
Minson. I'm
coming
sure,
across the middle of the field.
We'll get the pronunciation help in the chat in a second, Colin, I'm sure. Wow. Great play. Congratulations. Your Florida Storm.
And they will go for 2 to try and tie the game at 14.
All right. Everybody's holding their breath, biting their nails on this one for both sides.
We got 3 wide receivers. Minson is the tight end. Cochran over the middle, complete for the 2-point play.
Wow.
Robert Merrill. And there's the pronunciation. Minson.
Thank you. Well, in one of the most improbable things so far this season for the Rick meter, we're still at neutral. And we are well into the game, almost at the end of the 3rd quarter.
It looked like it was leaning Arizona for a
It
while.
wanted to.
I would argue it was leaning Arizona.
Well, you're not in charge of the Rick meter. So.
Roscoe Justice returns it up to the 26. So, we'll get one more play here in the quarter before it is officially over. There's 1 second. Arizona, they've been in control what seems like from the jump, and now all of a sudden we have a tie ball game.
Exactly. And you're probably right, Colin. The Rick meter was leaning Arizona there a short while.
Jackson to throw. Over the middle, completes to James Hands. Picks up 8 yards. We reach the end of the third. The score is Arizona 14, Florida 14. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV.
Well, here we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. I'm your color commenter and general loudmouth, Northrop, Colin Northrop, next to me with the play-by-play, and we're tied at 14 in a very entertaining game.
Mark Mello on stats. He's been keeping track of this for a while. And for Arizona, this will be play number 43. It's a handoff to DJ Moses, and Moses only gets to the line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd and 2. So far, the Scorpions are 4 of 7 on 3rd down. That's a 57% conversion rate. If you look coming into the game, Florida only allowed 43% 3rd down defense.
And they're allowing 57% now? Is that what we said?
Yes,
Yeah.
according to the latest calculations from Mark. Drop play up the middle. Moses with the spin in the hole, and it is able to net him the first down as he made a defender who came flying in, I believe. Who was that? I didn't see who that was, but the defender came flying across the screen.
I think our spotter fell asleep on that one. Yep, Denver's asleep.
79 yards for Moses. 2.3 yards a carry. 24 totes.
Florida showing pressure, Colin.
Jackson back to throw. Swings it out to Moses, who gathers it in and sprints upfield to the 42.
Well, they backed out of the pressure. Arizona still gets it out into the flat, but Florida recovers and pulls into a modest gain. Let's get a good look at the neon scorpion there.
2nd and 3. Play action. Jackson down the field. Oh, just a little too far in front for the receiver. Trying to make a diving attempt to catch up with that ball. Got away from Jackson.
It did. One thing that can lead to an overthrow like that is you don't stride into it enough. You maybe should take a short step. I didn't see if the footing was, if there was too much crowding around as she was releasing that. But if you don't stride into it in your normal, what you're used to, that ball will sail on you a little bit. Might have been what happened.
3 wide receivers for Arizona, 2 to the bottom, 1 isolated to the top. Quick drop for Jackson. He throws. It's a slight cut, good for a first down to Roscoe Justice, the one receiver side.
Cool under pressure, Ashley Jackson right there. Wanted to get rid of it quick, and the pocket was collapsing. She delivers.
Tiberius Bovine, 5 catches on 7 targets for 61 yards.
Showing more pressure for Florida. Let's see if they back up.
Here's again to Moses. As a head of steam, it picks up 6 yards.
They did not back out of that, Colin, and Moses is still able to motor his way down to make it 2nd and 4.
And for DJ Moses,
yes,
that was carry number 23 for him.
Get out of town.
So the guy is approaching 25 carries rather rapidly. Carry number, I believe that wasn't this. That was the backup tailback, Corey Chamberlain, number 39. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Frank Champion bringing the wood yet again.
Let's check your numbers on Moses. How many carries did you say he had on the stat sheet?
20,
24?
25 carries,
Yeah.
93 yards.
Because then I think you said he's quickly approaching 20.
Oh, I misspoke. As James Hands ran the wrong route. He went outside and she threw inside.
Yes, indeed. I just wanted to check your comment on that because I thought you had gotten your wires crossed on that. Oh, another 2 wires crossed twice. What a short circuit.
Windu back for the punt for the Scorpions. That is only their 4th punter, so.
Scorpions a little nervous about giving the ball back to Florida, Colin, after what Florida did to him on the last drive. Uh-oh.
And it'll be down. Oh! Rolled just a bit too far. They thought it was going to, like, stop right at the goal line. It rolled this much.
They all watched it, stood there and watched it leak into the end zone. I'm sure there'll be fines handed out for that during practice this week.
Ron Cochran under center. Split backs. Offside. Free play for Ron. Down the middle. Complete for the first down to about 35. To Bush. I believe they'll take the first down pass.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 55. Defense. The penalty.
Dede Sachs, his second neutral zone infraction called. By the way, according to Jack Wall, that punt was a net 24 yards.
I saw that. Yeah, not exactly the way they wanted it to happen.
Ron Cochran under center.
With the Florida faithful chanting, pick, no pick, no pick.
Over the middle it goes, complete to the 47. It's BJ Loveless' 5th tackle. He has 1 TFL. Sneed says, thanks for reminding me. You got to scream at Ron. Ron, don't throw a pick, please.
Yeah, nobody's really superstitious, but we all do superstitious things, right?
Minson with the reception. He picked up 3 yards. He's been kind of used in that way, kind of a probing guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little catch here, a little catch there. Gives his quarterback good information. Downs like this.
Lots of cushion here.
Second
It's
and
like a
7.
zone. And they don't have the right coverage on the bunch, Colin.
Only 2 receivers covering the bunch. Cochran goes toward the bunch side. It's intercepted.
They do have the right coverage. Look at that.
4th pick for Ron. Tackle made by Jose Galliano.
Wow. Well, Cochran and I read it the same, and it was wrong.
He was looking
That might
for
have
a
been
Bush, and he threw it to the inside, and Bush went
a
outside.
little. Man, you could put some blame on Cochran there too. If he airs that out, just puts a little touch on it, Bush runs underneath it down the sideline.
Bunched at the top for the Scorpions. 1 man to the bottom. That's Bobo. Instead, they'll turn Gibb on a trap up the middle of Moses, and he'll grind for 2 yards to the 30.
All right. Well, now we got to start thinking about possessions if you're both teams. And the objective of Arizona right now would be to possess this for most of the rest of the way and take the lead on either a field goal or a touchdown.
Ryan Davidson has 2 of Ashley Jackson's interceptions today. She
Announcer jinx.
doesn't like what she sees and throws a pass to Donnie Hands, who gets out of bounds at the 33, center 35.
Well, the Storm fans a little frustrated with Cochran, suggesting that maybe he needs to go see an optometrist at some point.
3 wide press coverage from the Storm. Jackson over the middle, slant cut is good for a first down.
Wow.
Just in behind the defender.
Nice little loop. Just dropped it right in there. Didn't get too excited. Didn't put too much mustard on it.
That was a good window for Jackson to throw into. Now approaching under 5 minutes. Jackson in the gun. 2 receivers to the bottom. Play action to Moses. Over the middle to the
nice.
one receiver. First down to 52.
Really love the theatrics on by Ashley Jackson there in that play action. Just kind of like, oh, here, I'm going to hand it to you in a sort of deceptive fake. Nope. Still have the ball. Delivers it over the middle. Love that. There was insanity suggested Ron Cochran might need LASIK. We'll talk about why that's not good in a second.
2 receivers to the top. 1 man to the bottom. Jackson will turn, give to Moses instead, who picks up a yard. Jackson is up over 225. Cochran up over 300. But has the 1 passing touchdown, but more interceptions.
Yeah, for playing contact sports, LASIK surgery can be problematic because if you get hit, take a blow to the head, you can sort of reopen the surgery on your eye, which is
Moses up the middle will only pick up a yard.
you got to get and everybody should look this up. Kurt Rambis glasses. Forward for the Lakers back in the glory days. Magic Johnson and Kareem. That's what Ron Cochran needs. Showing pressure again for Florida.
5 wide, and Jackson over the middle, first down. When they had to have it, they got it to the 24.
Wow, impressive.
Tiberius Bovine, the ageless wonder, 6'3", 245, and the old man getting it done.
Yeah, it's just the classic found a little seam, and Jackson had beat on him the whole way. Anticipate that that's going to happen and delivers it.
Jackson under center. Laura Hurl in the backfield next to Moses. Jackson to throw. Has time, slides in the pocket, and down she goes. And crack open a can of soda and smashing it over the head is Frank Champion, who came through on a linebacker blitz.
Champion thrilled to get that sack, and it's timely too. So they're trying to snuff out this Arizona scoring attempt, and in or near field goal range, Colin, is guess. Already.
2nd and 16. Jackson, quick drop. Fire over the middle. Oh, it's dropped. Pass dropped by number 87, Mandel Mitchell. Had it in his hands, but he just couldn't quite catch the fastball from Jackson.
That was happening pretty quick, and a lot of coverage right in there. A lot of traffic. Traffic and weather on the 8s. Your Power North radio station.
5 wide receivers. 3 to the bottom. 1 to the top. Back to throws. Jackson throws. And it is caught by James Hans. He'll be short on the mark, but he'll get it to the 21.
And he stays in bounds, so the clock moves. So they can kill some more time before attempting this field goal.
This is Bryant Dynasty. We reached 2-minute warning. Score still tied at 14 here at Fatality Field in Phoenix. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV. This will be First field goal attempt of the day for Bryant Dynasty.
38-yard attempt.
And it is good. They'll mark it at 37. So 1:57 left. Arizona takes a 3-point lead, 17-14. And for the Scorpions, who are coming into today, giving up over 27.5 points a game, only give up 14.
Well, with that field goal, Colin, the Rick meter is now leaning Arizona.
1:57 will bring it left on the clock. Will bring you the drive summary in a moment. The return by Merrill up the middle, has some blocks, making an inside spin and down to 30. 1:52 left. Storm have all 3 timeouts.
You know, they're going to depend on their stars, their skill players here, but really it's going to come down to that O-line.
This is a line that's given up 4 sacks, 3 to defensive end Mark Mello, and 1 to Chad Tackle. Ron Cochran back to throw, throws an out. Oh, it's bobbled around and incomplete. Jose Galliano getting a little butterfingers. Must have been too much into the gelato.
I don't know. He knew there were a couple of defenders right on him and might have made him nervous. Forgot the part about securing the catch first, although we didn't see the replay, so there could have been something else. Maybe it was poorly thrown, but from this point of view, it looked like it could have been caught.
Cochran under center. Back to throw he goes. Oh. Down he goes. Chad Tackle. 6 yards. Loss. Back to the 24, and Florida forced to call timeout.
Tackle with the tackle.
Just splits the double team.
And there's your timely sack for your Arizona Scorpions.
It's 3rd and 16. Ball on 24. Crowd picks up a gen of defense. Ron Cochran, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. And Ron, throw over the middle, caught. It'll be 3 yards short of first down.
Well, it's B.J. Loveless on that one. And just short of the first down, the line to gain. We've got 4th and 3, and this is going to be the ball game, Colin.
One play to travel 3 yards. I errantly said he was under center line play. I'm just so used to them being under the center. Takes a snap, throw over the middle, knocked away.
And that, well, that's too bad for your Florida Storm.
Minson had the ball.
Had the opportunity, it would appear.
And the Arizona Scorpions will pick up their 2nd win of the year. We'll get another kneel down. Timeout called with 1:36.
That's the last one Florida has.
And Florida will drop to 2-5. Certainly not a death sentence by any means. But in a 12-game season, you generally get to the playoffs with 6 losses. You can't get there with 7. Coming up on Sunday, March 1st, we have London at Carolina on our YouTube channel. We'll be back right here at Twitch for Charleston, Houston, and then FTF for St. Louis and Chicago, Atlanta, Seattle, Mexico City, Queen City, New Orleans, Sioux Falls, And then Monday, March 2nd, we got Vancouver at Baltimore. And no, we have Baltimore, Jacksonville, and Vancouver, Vegas. 7 and 9 Eastern on Monday. We have games all day from 11 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. on Sunday. You see the crews and where to find. So we'll have a punt from Mike Windu.
Florida will get one more shot at it.
And they do have a tendency for miracles in their back pocket. They're going to need a big one as this one rolls all the way. Second.
9 seconds with 99 yards to go. Did you say Niner? Did you call on a walkie-talkie? Well, Colin, sort of an improbable game. Entertaining. What do we have? What's the final total on picks before this long pass is attempted? 7.
I believe so. Cochran outcut. Will be out of bounds for 5. 7th reception for Merrill.
I guess just trying to get a little more room to maneuver for some kind of heave or hook and ladder play, Colin. I don't know. We'll go back to the Stanford Cal game.
Let's just hope any
Keep the-
bands don't wander on
I
the
was
field.
going to say, don't let the band on the field just yet.
Cochran to Doyle. And that's it. Arizona wins 17-14 over the Florida Storm. Well, Rick, any early predictions for player of the game? What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, look at the Florida Storm still handily winning the time of possession. And those early field goals turned out to be the difference, didn't it, Colin?
Yeah, even though they were able to get the offensive touchdown. The margin's still 3. Arizona 5 sacks along the defensive line. Strangely, only 14 rushing yards for Florida. That last drive. $14 yards on 4 carries for Doyle. Robert Merrill, 85 return yards. Manikanaka with the pick. Xavier Bovine, 78 yards. Stephen Bush, nearly 170.
I don't know. Is player of the game Moses, maybe? I mean, you could go Ashley Jackson, but 3 picks.
85 yards, ranked champion, 10 tackles. And drum roll, please. Player of the game is DJ Moses.
Thank you very much.
27 carries, 85 yards. Both of his team's offensive touchdowns, as well as 24 receiving yards. For those of us at the Simulation Football League, I'm Colin Northrop. He's Rick Northrop. For Mark Mello on stats, and Cameron Irvine, our producer. Then good night, everyone. And enjoy all of Sunday's games starting at 11.